I think the first and most important thing you've just done, which is just speak it out. Because with regard to that habit, for a lot of guys, there's a lot of shame around it. And if you just speak it, it helps militate against the shame, which actually you get stuck in a shame loop and it drives the compulsive behavior. By show of hands, how many of you guys feel out of balance with pornography? Yeah. So you're obviously not alone. It's we are wired, males are wired to look visually for sexual stimulation. And in the modern era with high-speed internet and the availability of anything that you want to see, it kind of preys on our biology. But it seems like you already know and that you're clear that it has been a problem for you in the past and you had a slip up, a bit of a relapse, if you will. And those structures are still in your brain and they always will be. I would encourage you most of all not to beat yourself up about it. I think what's happening is for you, for anyone who's engaged in a compulsive addictive behavior, is that it's a strategy for emotional regulation. If you get very still and notice how you're feeling the moment before you decide to go look at pornography, you might find that you're being confronted with some emotions that you find difficult to metabolize. And a strategy to escape from that has been to look at pornography. Some people use drugs, some people use alcohol, some people use food, some people use pornography. It's quite natural and normal. So your practice would be in that moment, as best you can, to bring the totality of your practice right to that present moment and to inquire, what am I feeling? And like I was saying with Owen, to allow that to come through and be felt without needing to escape from it. The more you can do that, the more you'll liberate whatever that feeling is from your body. You'll be free of it and it'll no longer drive addictive behavior. But all addictive behaviors are ultimately a strategy, a poor strategy for emotional regulation. So I applaud you just for being so honest about it. And I think that's the most important thing. If you can just, the shame loop is useless. So the shame, the guilt, the self-judgment, the how could I have done that? I hadn't done it for so long, blah, blah, blah. Just skip all that. It happened. Okay. Now you're moving forward with a more educated view of why it happened and more empowered to bring your clarity to the next moment that you get that impulse. And I know just because you've said this, you put yourself out there in front of all of us. So in some sense, you're now being held accountable by us because now it's not just you. Now we're all kind of in that moment with you. So fuck, I said it to the guys. So that's the utility of Sangha. That's the utility of tribe. So I applaud you for your courage to just speak your vulnerability, speak your truth. And now the next time you'll feel the gift of all of us with you. Like, oh wait a minute, I can't do that. So thank you.
Thank you all.